Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Shenanaguy Plays Trails of Cold Steel 2. We've got a few things to do. First up is we want to go down to the third floor, speak to a couple of the Thor's people to update their profiles. Monk. I managed to tune into Radio Trista earlier, just for a little bit. They were broadcasting some news program that replaced Abentine, and the sound quality was abysmal. But you know what? They actually talked about the Courageous. Are you serious? With Trista under the Alliance control, I'd have thought the station would be too. I guess they're trying to get little bits of real news out every so often, even with whatever restrictions are on them. Yeah, I guess they're not rolling over and becoming an Alliance mouthpiece just because they lost Misty. This is no time to get all depressed. I need to exhibit the same sort of fortitude they had and help people. Yes. Oh, hey, Reen. Been meaning to ask, have you listened to the radio much lately? Not since Abentime was on the air, to be honest. I'm guessing most of the broadcasts are news about the war at this point. Not most. Every last one. Well, okay, there was one minor exception. Radio Trista's doing something neat. Something neat? I see that got your attention. In a nutshell, they're running contests. What kind of contests are we talking here? You know how magazines sometimes run contests where you have to send in your answer to some question on a postcard? The ones where even if you get the answer right, the winners are chosen at random and the prizes are sent in the mail? Sure, I've seen those before. So are they basically doing the same thing about via radio? Well, yeah, they're Radio Trista for a reason, but it's the same generic principle. You tune into the show, send in a postcard, and pray like crazy that they pick it. Huh, could be fun. I'll have to give it a shot when I get a chance, whenever that'll be. True, I can't imagine you've got the time to worry about this kind of stuff, but that's exactly why I'm bringing it up. I'd like to offer you my services. I'll apply to these contests for you. For a fee. Really? Would you mind? Not one bit. Least I can do, really. Oh, and by the way, there are two types of contests you can apply for, each with their own fabulous prizes. If either one strikes your fancy, I'm your man. Let me know and I'll apply. Will do, thanks for doing this. You can now apply to prize contests. To apply, speak to Monk, and then give him the mirror to apply on your behalf. There are two types of contests that you can apply to. These cost different amounts of mirror and have different prizes to offer. Everyone wins 100 mirror. The cheaper of the two contestants. You're guaranteed to win a decent-ish prize of some sort. There are 4 types of prizes you can win: yellow, blue, red, and green, and you have an equal chance of winning each of them. Feeling lucky, 1000 mirror, more expensive contest. You have a teeny tiny chance of winning an amazing prize. Once again, there are 4 types of prizes. These are listed from best and rarest to worst and most common. Platinum, gold, silver, and consolation. Contest results will become available after 5 battles. Speak to Monk to collect your prize. Don't get cute and try to grind battles in the training rooms aboard the Courageous though. They don't count for this. We'll apply. Let's do the Feeling Lucky contest, cause yeah, I'm feeling pretty lucky. Haha, a fine choice. I'll apply as soon as I can. Obviously the results aren't immediate, so go off somewhere and have fun. The results of your application can be collected after 5 battles. Don't forget to come and get your prize. And I think it's Klein. Yeah. You seem to be doing a great job of running the shop, especially without any prior experience in running one. I was glad to hear your home over in the west seems to be alright too. I've got every reason to think so anyway. It seems to have been lucky enough to avoid getting caught up in the war. No guarantees it'll stay that way, so I still worry sometimes, but I can handle it. I'm still concerned about my hometown too, so I know how you feel. Still, now that we're here, we need to focus on our work. Wouldn't want the weak link in the chain, wouldn't want to be the weak link in the chain, you know. I want my family to be proud of what I accomplished during the war, and I'm sure you feel the same. Definitely. I'll be heading back to the bridge in a minute, but I wanted to check up on Casper. Don't worry, I've already got our routes to those spirit shrines locked down. With things settling down in the Kreutz and the Nordia provinces, we shouldn't have any trouble getting close. Here's hoping the Zemirian ore gathering goes off without a hitch. Here's hoping, indeed. and we're going to talk to Eustace. Now that father has been dealt with, we shouldn't need to worry about Berea hard for a while at least. I still need to give some thought as to what ought to be done here rather after the war though. Right. This may sound strange coming from me, but don't overthink it. Put it out of your mind and just focus on the task at hand. Don't lose sight of the present by focusing too much on the past or on the future. I know. I don't need you to tell me that. Having father arrested is a burden off my shoulders, if nothing else. Now, all we can do is keep moving ahead. I'll say no more then. Seeing you all quiet and contemplative like this is just strange. Spare me your cheek. Well, it looks like Eustace is going to be just fine. Marcus is right though. We have to focus on the present. Yes, we do! Which is going to the second floor. So, we recruited Dorothy. I don't remember where... Ah, there she is. I thought I could turn my useful pen towards an essay about my experiences during the war. It's not really working though. I don't think I've ever had writer's block this bad before. Well, you're not exactly an essayist, right? If stories are your forte, why not stick with what you're good at? It's not like a dry old essay is the only way to tell people about life during a civil war. Now that's an idea. I'll start brainstorming. Maybe I'll even be able to find a way to sleep in some handsome young men into it. Yeah, that'll really drive the whole original message you were shooting for home. You can also purchase curry recipe from her. Then Kenneth. Hey, Reen, been keeping up with your fishing lately? Sometimes, I guess. I haven't really had a lot of opportunities lately. How about you? I'm in the same boat. Not as much as I used to, but as much as I can. Even with the war, you've got to find somewhere to relax, you know? Which means you should try to keep on fishing the good fight. It can only do you good in the long run. Haha, you know, you're probably right. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you were doing this with Annabelle, but you can also exchange your angler points with me now. Once you feel like trading some in, just come talk to me. Same rules as always too. Higher ranks mean more stuff to trade for. Yep, I remember. Thanks. Well, look who's a gold angler now. That's pretty cool though. I'm gonna have to work really hard to make sure you don't start out fishing me. But you should keep aiming higher. I've got some new rewards that you can change your angler points for too. Aiming higher is what I do. You better watch out. My brother's been in Crossbell for a pretty long time now. Some of the people he went over there with have come back to the Lake Lord Company, but he's still out there. At least that's what we assume. Nobody's been able to get in touch with him since before the war broke out. You must be really worried, especially with that tree showing up out of nowhere. Not really. He's tougher than you might think. I mean, he is gonna inherit the company after all. Still, I wouldn't be surprised if he's made a home out of some lakeside cabin and is just fishing through the war. You two sound like brothers, alright. See what we have that we can trade. Nothing particularly necessary. These two for a short event. Now that everything in Berea Hard's been solved, we can finally get back to gathering Zumerian ore. Although that tree over in Crossbell isn't exactly putting my mind at ease. Yeah, still, that's a ways away. All we can do is focus on things here in Arabonia for now. We have to. That's right. If we can gather ore from the rest of the shrines, we should have enough to make Valamar's Tachi. I can't imagine the trials are about to get any easier though. Even if they don't, I'm sure we'll be able to handle them. Especially with you on our side. We're counting on you. Thanks. And... last person to talk to is on the first floor. Looking for Paula. That's not Paula, that's Claire. That's Paula? Yeah. I see Eustace managed to settle things with his dad. Guess he's got more guts than I gave him credit for. Maybe I had him a bit wrong. Not that showing some spine makes up for his terrible cocky attitude. He's still pretty bad. Eustace is my rival in the riding club. There's no way I'm gonna let him outdo me. That's why I've got to keep up the hard work and get better and better. Yeah. Alright. So the first place we're going to go is Ymir. There's some things we can do. With all the traveling you're doing, you need to make sure you're getting enough food to keep your strength up. Perhaps you could try one of those energizing cookies Margarita baked the other day. She said they're full of burning love and will make you so vivacious that you can't even sleep at night. I'm good, thanks. I don't know what she put in there to achieve that effect, and I'm pretty sure I don't want to. You can't do anything without energy, and you need to eat to get it. So, with all the traveling you're doing, you'll have to make sure to eat right. Okay, yeah, so, to Ymir we shall go. You can now travel to Breahard, Arx Fort, and South Kreutzen... Oh, Arx Canyon Path, okay. And the North Kreutzen Highway.
Where do you want to go?
To Ymir.
Leave it to me!
So first up is there's a new snowboarding minigame. Oh hey, and Teo's out. Everything appears to be in order on the mountain path. Could I ask you for some extra firewood perhaps? This year's winter is proving to be quite a cold one. Wow, you got that right. Feels like it's getting colder by the day, it does. I'd be happy to go and start gathering some right away. Alright, we'll do our next path. A4. See if we can beat our time. Oh no, we missed a flag. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Gonna beat our time though. Nice.
That wasn't so great.
Yeah, we gotta get all 24 flags. We got this. Second time's a charm. Ooh, that was close. Ah, there we go. There we go.
I did it!
Yeah. Wow, I'm impressed, Reen. I wasn't expecting you'd be able to handle a course that difficult. Well, here's your prize. Go ahead, take it. Passionate Road. And I'll be sure to keep the courses well maintained. If you feel like boarding again, just come on by. I certainly will. See you then. Now we want to go to the canyon. Giggle. Huh? Hey, wait! Guess she didn't hear you. She looked kind of familiar. Wasn't that Beryl from the Occult Research Society? There was something odd about her, that's for sure. I think it'd be best if we went after her. Indeed. Right, okay, I think she's all the way at the end. Pretty sure she's all the way, yeah. I want to say, if I remember correctly, we find her over by where we typically keep Valimar. Oh, or maybe not. Oh, I see. What the? Did she just disappear before our very eyes? What's the plan? Think we should keep heading farther up the mountain after her? Sure, yeah, I think we should. She's an interesting character, she is. I did not mean to chop at you, my bad. My suspicions that this is the source of the spiritual energy in the valley's air appear to be correct. Meanwhile, the great energy floating in this spot is due to the fact that the Ashen Knight once used its power here. Hehehe, I'm right, aren't I? Well, yeah, Valimar was here for quite a while. Anyway, never mind now. Never mind him now. I'm glad to see you again, Beryl. Have you been wandering around ever since we last spoke? Oh yes. Whenever the whispers of my guardian spirit and the devils beckoned me, I answered their call. I've been able to visit power spots all over the eastern Erebonia thanks to their guidance. From Neolithic ruins to lakeside castles, from lands connected to earth spirits, I can't imagine a better use of my time. So you visited the ruins in Nord. I'm impressed that you traveled all the way to Lohengrin Castle and to a spirit shrine. You've got crazy stamina, that's for sure. If you'll allow me to ask, just who are you, really? No ordinary student should be able to do all of that. You're obviously not a witch, but beyond that... a fine question indeed. And yet so few people truly know enough about themselves to answer it. In a way, I'm simply one more person peering into the darkness, pursuing an answer to that very same question. The truth is shrouded in shadow. When I peer into the darkness, it stares right back at me. Okay? That really doesn't answer the question. Seriously. I think that's enough about me. You're looking for Thor's students to board the Courageous, yes? I'd be happy to come on board now that my journey has reached its end. Oh, sure. Welcome aboard, Beryl. The pleasure's all mine. I look forward to witnessing what fate has in store for you. Beryl was welcomed aboard the Courageous. And we can return to the Courageous. We can find her, I believe, on the 3rd floor? 2nd floor. I think it's the same one that the kitchen's on. Yeah. Right in here. Welcome, young one, to my room of fortune. Come closer if you dare see what your fate has in store for you. Hold on a second. Where'd all this even come from? Did you set this whole thing up on your own? Oh, there's no need to worry. I received permission. With war raging around us, there's no shortage of students whose hearts need guidance. I'm here to provide it to them. Okay, what kind of person signs off on something like Well, like this. If there is something you don't believe or understand about my explanation, simply attribute this to fate. Should you ever find yourself lost in the swirling void and in need of my guidance, please do come and visit. I'd be happy to offer my services. Perhaps you'd be interested in knowing your compatibility with your companions. Curious about your compatibility with your companions, are you? Very well. 2 elements go into your compatibility. The first element is your bond with the other person, which gradually builds over time. The second is whether you've had a fateful moment with them, and that will allow your relationship to advance. I believe you've had a chance to experience these sorts of moments very recently, in fact. Let's take a look at how you're faring. The companions with whom your bond has developed and you've shared a fateful moment with are Elisa Reinford, Elliot Craig. Oh, I didn't know you could. Okay, cool. Laura S. Arce, Machias Regnitz, Emma Milstein, Eustace Alberea, Fee Classell, Gaius Warzel, William Orion, Sarah Valestein, Toa Herschel, Alfin Rice Arnor. That is all. You will have a chance to develop your relationship with one and only one of them soon. Oh, but who will you choose? Oh, the course of popularity. Next are your companions you've experienced a fateful moment with, but with whom your bond is insufficiently developed. Oh, no one at all. That's unfortunate. Finally, the names of those with whom you've developed a strong bond, but have not experienced a fateful moment with. Oh, no one at all. Well, that's all I can tell you. Remember, your fate is not set in stone, but you're the only one who can influence it. Good luck! Heh. Right. I believe that fateful moment is going to be the final bonding scene. But anyway. Next location we're going to go to is... Whoops.
Where do you want to go?
Graham.
Leave it to me!
What's going on here? Do you have any idea how worried I was about you, Dad? If you hadn't come home, I'm sorry, Cindy. I didn't mean to frighten you like that. Thank you so much for saving him, Fritz. Save your thanks for those who deserve it. My lack of skill placed your father in unnecessary danger. That's not true at all. If you hadn't been there, I don't even want to think about what would have happened. It's foggy again. I think we have to go to the mansion. You can talk to these two. They will give you, Joseph here will give you the mixed grill recipe. Oh, that's all we were going here for. Okay. To the Bracer Guild! Our apologies for the delay in coming, Klaus. It's good to see you again too, Miles. Well, if it isn't Class 7, thank you very much for coming, my lady. I assume you've come regarding the request we sent to the Courageous. That's right. It made mention of the problems we face in Legram becoming worse of late. Would you mind elaborating, Klaus? Certainly. As you're aware, a number of strange occurrences have happened in Legram since the war began. The fog covering the town has become thicker. Strange monsters have appeared on the highways, among other things. We were up against that kind of stuff when we came back here to find Laura and Emma a few weeks ago, so yeah. But didn't we solve the worst of it? The cryptids in the castle were the ones responsible. We were able to return things to normal by defeating them, or so I thought. Oh, you certainly helped. Sadly, even without those cryptids accelerating the process, things here have been gradually worsening. The monsters have become more dangerous than ever. We've even had reports of people hearing eerie laughter and seeing ghosts. That said, the greatest concern of all is this thick fog. It's become thicker and thicker over the weeks, to the point where it's stopping the townsfolk from doing basic daily tasks. That's not good. We saw for ourselves just how difficult it is to see properly outside. Yep, almost tripped a few times on the way here. We knew something had to be done, so we started looking into ways to return things to normal. And then, the other night, something else strange happened. Something else? We heard the sound of a bell ringing. From Lohengrin Castle, no less. Exclamations! Again? That sounds just like what happened during our field study. How could this be? I wasn't here at the time, but I know what went down from your reports. So once again, Lohengrin Castle is the center of the strange happenings for our fair Legram. I only wish it weren't the case. And worse still, we've no one local free enough to investigate the matter. It's as Klaus says. Ordinarily, we'd have some bracers take care of it, but we just don't have enough of them to go around. Even Toval is occupied in Western Ereboni, as you know, and that's where you come in, Class 7. With 2 solved mysteries relating to the castle under your belt, you're most likely the perfect ones to take on the job. I see. Understandable, I suppose. Still, I fear this will be no easy task. There is bound to be danger lurking within. Even with that in mind, could we trouble you to accept our request? Yes, no problem. Please leave it to us. My father is the lord of this region. I would be remiss to ignore its people's cries for help. I will do all I can in father's absence. I had a feeling you would say that. I am most grateful for your help. I'll see to preparing a boat for you to take there at once. Please come to the wharf as soon as you are ready to depart. We'll be right there, Klaus. Thank you. With all the strange happenings here, I think it'd be best if Selena and I were part of the team. I guess so. Quest, missed opportunity. Right. This is a pretty quick little thing. So we're just gonna go and knock it out real quick. Are you ready to make your way to the castle then? There's no telling what could lie in wait within its walls. Please be sure that you are prepared for any eventuality. After traveling to Lohengrin Castle, you won't be able to return to Legram until your work there is complete. Travel! We're ready. Please watch over the town while we're away, Klaus. We shouldn't be long. Go forth with the greatest of luck, everyone. We're going to need to be careful on our way there. We won't be able to see our hands in front of our faces. They swiftly made their way toward Lohengrin Castle. Despite the extra task of battling poor visibility due to the fog, Laura graciously accepted the role of operating the boat. Though Laura was a local of Legram, they mainly relied on Emma sensing its mana to guide them in the correct direction. Well, we've arrived. This is my 3rd time coming here now. Oh my. The fog's really thick this time, too. I can sense a strange breath of wind coming from within. I guess this settles it. There really is something weird going on here. The atmosphere here is anything but usual, at the very least. I can sense a vastly greater amount of mana from here compared to last time. It's as though this area is on the verge of becoming a world of its own. There's no question that the castle's the source of what's happening over in Legram. There's no telling what could happen if we leave things as they are. Then it's up to us to go inside and investigate. You guys ready? Yes, ready. This isn't good. Well, we can't say that we didn't expect this, at least. A formless monster? They look like the fiends we saw during our field study. Yeah, they do. One around every corner by the looks of it. I can feel the presence of the higher elements too. My guess is the source of all this mana would be in the underground area of the castle. Didn't we go there through the left wing of the building last time? There was this large sealed door at the end of the spiral staircase, I think. Interesting. Well, let's get going. Be careful. I'm sure the cause of all this is somewhere in here. And there's a thing over here. Black Records 5. I'm pretty sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I forgot to battlescope these things
Here.
the last time I played. So, apparently not. Okay.
Ha! Leave it to me. There! They're open!
I'll back you up.
This is it!
Leave this to me.
Here I go.
It's my turn. There! Now!
I'll back you up.
Leave this to me.
Miss!
It's my turn.
My turn.
Here come more.
All right.
That one's been battlescoped as well.
Here I go.
You know what? How many of them can we take out with this? Only 2 at a time? Or we can get all 4 with Gale.
Gale!
Noise.
Okay, it's safe for now.
I could have sworn there's something in here that I didn't battlescope. But I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Now's our chance. Let's get him. My turn.
That one's been battlescoped.
Now's our chance.
An opening.
All right. They're open!
I'll back you up.
Leave this to me. Now's
Nice.
our chance.
Got you.
Of course.
All right. Now!
I'll back you up.
This is it!
Onward. Now's our chance.
Got you.
And that is that. I don't think we can go this way at all.
That's a fine-looking treasure chest.
Weird. We could open this door last time, but it's sealed shut now. Fortunately, we don't need to go this way. The mana I can sense is at the end of the spiral staircase in the left wing. Let's turn back then.
The advantage is ours.
See if I battlescope
My
these
turn.
guys. Indeed. Well,
Leave it to me. Yeah. They're open!
I'll back you up. It's my turn. How about this? Here's our chance.
Here!
Onward.
All right. Yeah. Now!
I'll back you up.
This is it!
Of course.
noise.
That treasure chest is absolutely beautiful.
And suddenly
We have
monsters.
nothing to fear.
Here I go.
Whoops.
Now's our chance.
An opening.
I forgot to make sure that it was
It's my
battlescoped. Which it is.
It's my turn. Life force! Now!
I'll back you up.
Oh,
Unforgivable.
actually did damage.
Leave this to me. Hi!
Let's move.
Of course. How about this?
How rude.
It's my turn. There!
Oh no, Laura's gonna start attacking us. Oh!
Of course!
Let's see, we need something that cures confuse.
Now!
You have my thanks.
Here I go. Ha!
All right. There! They're open!
I'll back you up!
This is it!
Leave this to. We should keep.
Good job, guys. Ooh, that's a good gem. I do like this castle.
Oh, what could it be?
Dark Emblem.
Ha!
Get that little bit of health healed up here. And okay, all right. Is this the area, the source of the mana you've been sensing, Emma? Yes, I'm sure of it. I could feel it more and more strongly as we walked down the stairs. I can't see the orb-like thing. I can't see an orb like the one we found during our field study, though. Exclamations! Was that a bell chiming? Get ready for a fight. Spiritual force I feel now is unbelievable. Exclamations! Isn't this the fiend we fought during our field study? Even if it is, I sense a far stronger wind coming from it. It's the Nosferatu. It's revived and become even more powerful than before. This has to be because the disturbances in the area's spirit veins, I'm sure of it. So then, this is the culprit behind the thick fog ailing Lohengrin. Which means there is but one thing for us to do. Exercise it. Here we go. Time to take it down.
Watch out! This is a tough one! Let's move!
Ah, this is what I forgot to battle scope.
Huh!
Lucifuge, a Nosferatu that changed due to the loss of balance in Erebonia, causes the souls of all that and curses the souls of all and gives nightmares.
My turn.
Yeah. I wonder if she can take it out with Radiant Lion.
Witness the fruits of my training. Power! Radiant Lion!
Not
All
quite.
right. Oh, wins. Power!
Let's see. I feel like Emma's probably going to finish it off. Not quite. All right. Going for that epic overkill with Reen. Goodness gracious.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
Eek! Ah. What is this? Dots? Double exclamations. Bring now to bear thy will. If thou hast aught thou wouldst protect, I don't know, but no one here appears to be any worse for wear because of it. The winds of this region seem to have calmed too. The spiritual force it was exerting has completely vanished, and with it the spirit veins seem to be returning to normal. Phew, I feared the worst for a moment, but it looks like all's well that ends well. This should hopefully mark the end of all the strange happenings in Lohengrin. Hehe. I couldn't have done it without everyone here either. Thank you. Anything for you, Lore? No problemo. I'd say that wraps things up nicely. Question mark? Rin, is something wrong? You've been totally silent. Did you get injured? Oh no, it's nothing, honestly. Let's get back to Lohengrin and report to Klaus and Miles. Of course. The mystery solved, Class 7 stepped aboard the orbital boat they used to travel to the castle and made their way back to Lohengrin. On the way, they could see the thick fog hovering over the lake weakening before their very eyes. And by the time they stepped off the boat once again, the air had largely returned to what they remembered fondly from their field study. I cannot thank you enough for all you've done. I must say, my lady, you've done an admirable job fulfilling Lord Arsaid's duties in his absence. I wouldn't have been able to do so without the aid of my classmates, however. The fog that was hanging over the town just disappeared as if it were never there. Still, I'm curious what caused that Nosferatu you mentioned to appear now of all times. You'd already defeated one before, didn't you? So why now? I wish I could say for sure. But I've heard that this is the form of an ancient tribe eventually took after being liberated from the shackles of life. I don't know much about them myself. Most likely the soul of that one was drawn towards the castle for some reason, and then the chaos in Erebonia caused it to reawaken. That means we have no guarantee that it won't do exactly the same thing again. It's hard to fight immortality. All that means is we'll have to be that much more cautious then. And the townsfolk of Lohengrin will have to be as well. I'll be certain to pass the message along. Pardon me, Rin, but is something bothering you? You've been oddly quiet ever since we left the castle. Are you sure you weren't hurt? No, I'm fine. Just lost in thought, that's all. I can't get the door that I saw out of my head. But I'm really going to have to try and focus. We've got bigger things to worry about right now. Not sure I buy that, but if you insist. Again, you have my deepest thanks for your assistance. It could hardly compare to your efforts, but I would like for you to accept this as a reward. Yokai Gem. Why thank you, Klaus. If anything else happens here, don't hesitate to call us. I'll be sure to do so. Take care. Quest missed opportunity completed. And that is where we're going to end this episode. Our next episode will take place in Breahard, which, if I remember correctly, there's a fair bit we have to do there. So, until then, I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.